and welcome to our Makkala Habba, a very special day for kindergarten, a day of celebrations, awards and graduation. We are very happy to see all of you here. We will begin today's program with a welcome note from our principal, Mr. Malika Sen.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me to address the gathering. Yes, Makkala Habba is indeed a very special day in the lives of all the kindergarteners for two very specific reasons. One, it provides a platform for all of them to showcase their learning experiences through the year. We just get snippets of that, but nevertheless, we get to see what they have been attempting the year round. And the second reason is that it marks the time when they move up one step in this long academic, scholastic ladder. So the pre-K children move on to K1, and the most important thing is that the K2 children are now ready to enter the portals of the primary school. They are suddenly going to feel very important, though they would be the youngest ones in the primary section. So these two reasons make this day a very special one. So thank you one and all for being here and for supporting and encouraging our little ones. To put it very briefly, we've had a very interesting, exciting and eventful year. Apart from the various other activities of learning, playing, kind of painting, singing, we've also been able to introduce a couple of things that are unique to this year. The sports day, for instance, was a wonderful day because we had it exclusively for the kindergarten children. Everyone got an opportunity to participate in it, do various things and have it was a fun-filled day. Thanks to the support and enthusiasm of parents, it was followed by the carnival, which was really interesting and wonderful, culminating in Santa Claus drawing up in the bullock cart. So that put a cap to, that was the culmination of the sports day. Apart from that, there are many other things that are happening. All of it I would not be able to, there's no time to talk about. But I must mention that about a week from now, on the 27th, the L2 children would love to have you back here again so that they can take you through it. It's a kind of a student-led conference where they will take you through the year's work, talk about what they have done, and be able to share it with the larger group. So that's again a culmination of their learning. It would be a wonderful experience for them to individually address groups of adults. Looking ahead, we have many new things in the pipeline for the next academic year. We will keep enriching our program in as many ways as we can. And one very clear indication is that you've seen that the kindergarten area has been kind of enclosed. We do hear complaints that they feel caged in and that openness is no longer there. But you must understand that safety of our children is far more important than aesthetic considerations. We have to make the place as safe as possible just so that we can also plan open air activities, open air learning, outdoor learning to a larger extent without a fear of losing any one of them running away to this corner or the other. The next year will offer many other new things as well, and activities and events will unfold once the academic year begins. I'd also like to thank the various groups who have been working tirelessly, the year round. This is a culmination of the various things that have been happening behind the scenes. You have the art department, Ashwini and Jaya, working with the children and working towards the artwork. You had the dance, Anshul and the ASDA team. Getting the children excited about what they are doing, as Salome and Ravi sir does with the musical group. The sports team have been wonderful. The coaches whom they meet every day, and they look forward with such enthusiasm to start the day. And of course, to cap it all, I have to congratulate Archana and her team of kindergarten teachers who are so excited about introducing new activities, anything that would engage with the children more deeply. And of course, they were very ably supported and overseen by Preet, who makes it a point to visit kindergarten every single day to get the day started. So with that, I'd like to congratulate the team, and I'd also like to thank you once again for being here. Sit back, enjoy, clap, applaud, and encourage our children for all that they are doing. I don't want to bore you with another long speech because the children are just raring to start. So have a great time, and thank you once again for coming.
Let her get down, then we can sit. Okay, start.
Thank you, Malika ma'am. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we, the children of kindergarten, will perform our version of the famous children's tale, Alice in Wonderland. So, sit back and enjoy. Like all stories begin long time ago in a country very far away from India. There lived a girl called Alice. She lived with her family in England. She loved to go to the river bank and sit and watch the river flow by. One day, Alice was sitting with her elder sister on a river bank, watching the woods. As it was windy, her sister goes off to sleep, and Alice was bored. Suddenly, she sees something very strange. She sees a large white rabbit wearing clothes and running fast past her, looking at his stopwatch, muttering to himself. She hears him say, I'm late for a very important show. She follows the white rabbit and jumps into the hole after him. The rabbit disappears after he jumps into the hole. She goes down the long hole and lands in front of her door. She opens the door, and what does she see? She's surrounded by beautiful mountains covered with snow, lovely trees and flowers and something different. She sees a beautiful lake and many birds that look like houses. She's amazed by what she sees and wonders where she is. She immediately falls in love with this strange place and starts looking around, and enters one of the boat houses to have a look. While walking around the boat house, she sees a man dressed in black and white with a mask on the other side of the roof. He is also exploring the boat house. He sees Alice and walks up to her and says, "Hi, I am Krish, son of Akbar, emperor of the fairy world. I am from the fairy land and I also landed in the strange place using magic. As I am a fairy, I get to know about all the places using my magical towel. And if I want to go to any place, I just bite this apple and land in that place." Alice asks Krish, So where am I? What is this place? Can you use your magic and tell me? Krish uses his magical tab and tells her, we are in Kashmir, the land of valleys, one of the most beautiful places in the world, also known as heaven on earth. Alice then sees a group of young beautiful girls carrying baskets with colorful flowers and handsome boys dressed in their best finery, standing in a corner, chatting happily in a language she does not understand. Alice walks up to them and asks, "Hi, who are you? What language are you speaking? Where are you all going dressed like this?" The girls tell her, "We are natives of Kashmir and we are talking Kashmiri. It is our festival time and we are getting ready for a dance. To celebrate it, you are welcome to come and watch it."
dancers for letting them watch it. She says, what a beautiful place, what colorful people. She then asks Krish, are there any more places like this? Can you please take me? Krish says, yes, I will take you on a trip to these amazing places. Both of them waved goodbye to the Kashmiri dancers. Krish shows Alice how to take a bite of the apple, and suddenly the whole place starts spinning.
Alice and Krish land in another exotic place, find themselves in the middle of a sugar cane field called Ghanne Ki. Before she could ask, Krish tells her that we are in a sugar cane field called Ghanne Ki Khet in Punjab. Punjab is also a colorful place, and I am very excited to show you around.
He takes her to a dhaba where they see Mad Hatter dressed in an odd dress but with a famous hat, eating makiri roti, sarson da saag and lassi. Alice is surprised to see him and asks, hi Mad Hatter, how are you and what are you doing here? He says, as I was traveling, I lost my way and found myself in this colorful and lively city. I loved the clothes they were wearing, so I bought myself a dress like theirs. Looking at the food Hatter is eating, Alice suddenly realizes that she is also hungry. She asks Mad Hatter if he knew the names of the food he was eating. He says, no, but they are yummy. Though Alice finds the names of the food funny, she still wants to try them out. Krish orders for the food. Lo and behold, what does she see? She sees men and women with colorful scarves running up to entertain the guests at the dhaba. Mad Hatter says this dhaba loves performing their most lively and powerful folk dance, Bhangra, for their customers. Bhangra is not only famous in India but all over the world. He further explains that dhaba means roadside restaurants found on the outskirts of cities. Alice and Krish settle down to watch the dance. The dancers take their position and glance at her to say hello G before they start the performance. that was the loveliest dance I have ever seen. She also learns to say balle balle. Everyone giggles hearing her say it. The dancers wave goodbye to Alice and her friends and go away. It's time to go to the next place. Alice is excited. Mad Hatter asks Krish and Alice, "Can I join you?" They immediately agree, and all of them take a huge bite of the apple and they start spinning.